Hi there. I'm back with round two of the searching the forum tutorials. The previous edition, I went ahead and did a search using the forum software, and in this one I said I was going to go out and use Google to some degree. But before we go off to Google, I just want to show you, and there is relevance to this, that in a typical post there are different parts. We've got the body of the post, which is basically from here to here, between the lines. We have got the title of the thread here between these two lines. Down here we have personal information or a signature line, which is set up by the member in their profile area. And likewise over here we have the member name and any other pertinent information. Also, all of it that is set up by the user. You're going to see when we go over to Google that all of this makes a difference, and we'll kind of come back, but I just want to point out that as a general rule, I typically will sign my posts using my name. I do have tools listed here, and that does make a difference. I didn't think it did. So let's head on over to Google and give it a try. If you remember in the previous examples, I used three words. And of course, if I was to go in here and type in those three words, MFT, domino, and 4 millimeter, um, Google's probably going to choke me. Okay, so we have 41,100 results. Well, that didn't quite narrow down. I could spend a lot of time going through and looking here, but I'm sure a lot of things are going to end up being advertisements somewhere on the internet. So let's go ahead and try something different. And to make this shorter, uh, I will go ahead and post down below everything in this thread a link to, basic Google search tips. But one thing that Google does have is it allows you to search a certain site, a website, and limit your searches to that website. So this is the syntax for that. You type in site, colon, no space, and then the name of, I can't spell today, the name of the site, a space, and now the words you want to search for. So we had used MFT, we had used domino, and we had used 4 millimeter before. Okay, if you remember the previous one, the previous tutorial, when we did this, we pulled up approximately 18 pages, which I said was probably going to be 500 to 700. Well, all of a sudden, looking at this, we've got 5,490, and that sure is a lot in comparison to that lesser number. And let me scroll down here, and I'll kind of show you why exactly it is. Um, I believe that's the one I want. Yep. All right, so let's go and pick this. And as we scroll down, what is happening is we were looking for all of these things. Here's where you get all the more results. It's right down here. Okay? This happened to be mine. I happen to have an MFT. I happen to have a domino. I happen to have 4 millimeters, all in my little signature line. This is picked up by Google. And there isn't a way to exclude that area, so it really throws things off. Additionally, one of the things that can throw off searches is if we had use the word Peter. Type that in somewhere. Um, Google's going to pick it up here, or here, or if someone had quoted me, my name there. So it's really compounding the problem that you're trying to solve. It is throwing more things at you for the same search criteria. So for those of you who remember, I said that my guess is you would probably want to be able to go back and use the forum software. But let's go back and take one other thing into consideration. And what Google does do justice is that it allows us to search two different sites or multiple sites. So earlier I'd said thank you to Dan Clark and Paul Marcel from over at Talk Festool. So why don't we do a search here? So what happens if we type in site Festool owners group. Once again, I can't spell. Or site talkfestool.com. And then this time we're going to go ahead and look for something a little bit, let's use the word guide rail. And hit the Google search. And it says, well, let's go ahead and do it that way. And I'll take that. So what we've got now is that we have got results from the Festool's owner group. We have got results from Talk Festool, and we shouldn't have anything from any other site. So if you're trying to find information on Festool tools, by using the site syntax and the or syntax, you can effectively do two searches at once if you did indeed want to go ahead and search two sites. Anyway, that's a little simple thing, but I did want to point out that the biggest difference is that Google looks at all of the information, not just the body of the information or the thread title. So good luck, and like I said, I'll post a link separately from the videos and you can take a look at it.